All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday, June the 8th, and I see that Microvision, ticker symbol MVIS, is making a 30% move. At first glance, I don't see any news. Is this a pump and dump? Well, I ended up finding out why this little ticker is moving. So, we're going to look into this and find out why it's moving and whether that move is sustainable. And we're going to be starting right now. What is going on? It's Pat from Top Ticker Trades. If this is your first time here and you want to learn about investing and trading in the stock market, make sure you start now by subscribing and tapping that bell so you never miss a thing. I'll see you guys in the video. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. So today we're talking about Microvision, or ticker symbol MVIS. Now, earlier today I noticed that MVIS had about a 30% move to the upside, and I quickly, got on Google and tried to find some type of positive news. So those of you watching that are new to trading, and especially trading penny stocks, that's usually the first step I would take when I see a large move or a decent sized move in one of these type of stocks, is I would want to go and find the catalyst. And if there is no catalyst, I'm going to dismiss it as a pump and dump. So in this case, I wasn't able to find any type of news on Google, but I did go to the SEC filings, and I was able to find 3 filings from today and then 1 from a few days ago. So the first filing that I saw took place on June 3rd. This is an 8K, and I remember seeing the headlines on this the other day, but it's basically covering the MVIS announcement of the addition of Dr. Mark B. Spitzer to its board of directors. Now, I would not expect this to have any effect on the share price. Not today at least. Sometimes you do see that it takes the market to digest news, or takes it a little while to digest some news, but in this case, I see 3 other filings that were from today, so I'm going to pretty much assume that this 8K had nothing to do with that. Now, when you take a look at the filings from today, they are Form 4s, and what a Form 4 is basically, by definition from the SEC, it's a statement of changes in beneficial ownership of securities. Now, what it means is that anytime someone, like an executive in the company, either acquires or disposes of shares, then they would file that Form 4 as a means of disclosing that information to the company shareholders and basically to the public. So essentially, the reason that these Form 4s are important to us is because they show us what insiders are doing with their own money and their own shares. So for example, if we catch an insider selling all of their shares, the implications of such a move would, number one, probably start a wave of panic selling, as it would obviously imply that the insider is selling because he or she doesn't see value in the company, or maybe expects the share price to drop. So very quickly, what I look for when I look at these filings, these Form 4s, so the first thing I'm going to see is, or the first thing I'm going to look at is item number 1, which is the person's name, obviously. Then I want to know what the relationship of this person is to the company, which we're going to find out in item number 5. So this will basically tell us what this person's job is, their title. Then table number 1, you're going to want to look at item number 3 to see the transaction code. So the transaction code, what I typically am looking for is either an S or a P, and that lets me know whether there's a purchase or whether this is a sale. Now, there's other codes that you're gonna commonly see, which would be like a G or a code A. G is obviously, gift, a gift, which would be like a gift to charity or something of that nature, and A would be awards, so that would be like a compensation to an executive. But in this case, we see that the transaction code is actually an F, and this is not something that you're going to commonly run into. So code F is one that I haven't seen a lot, but what it's for is to report the payment of exercise price or tax liability by delivering or withholding shares. So now when we go to these Form 4s, we see that 3 different executives had filed the Form 4s. One of them being the CFO, which is Patrick Stephen Holt. The second one being the CEO, which is Sumit Sharma. And then the third is David Wesker, which is the VP and General Counsel and Secretary. So the CFO, Patrick Stephen Holt, he disposed of 5,412 shares and now has 264,986 remaining. Sumit Sharma, it looks like he disposed of 6,913 shares and has 433,388 shares remaining. And then David Wesker disposed of 5,412 shares and has 264,986 remaining. So what does all this mean? Based on that transaction code F, I am assuming that what had happened is that either an exercise of options or warrants went down, and they are disposing of those shares in order to pay their tax liability, or at least that's my understanding of it. If anybody else has information to the contrary, please do let me know in the comments below. However, if I am correct, then my interpretation of this entire situation and this 30% move is that it is unjustified. In my opinion, there's no reason for the share price to have moved at all based on these filings. Either people just saw that there was something filed and kind of jumped the gun and started buying, or we're seeing another pump and dump, and anybody that's been holding a position with MVIS knows that it gets pumped and dumped quite often. So be aware, be careful, and most importantly, please let me know your thoughts and opinions below. Let me know if there's something I missed. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. And definitely make sure to smash that thumbs up button if you found this video useful. Other than that, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys watching my videos as always, and I will see you guys in the next video.